Hello friends, welcome to this demo. So in this particular lecture, we'll see how we can use the Azure Security Center basically to scan your environment and give you the recommendation, scan your environment on the basis of various standards like ISO 27001, PCI DSS, and provide you a assessment report that okay, where you are lacking and where your infrastructure is configuration is as per the standard or you are meeting the standard, and in case where you are not meeting the standard it will give you the recommendations to improve. So we'll see how which option we can use to maintain that particular regulatory dashboard. So let's click on to the Azure Security Center, and under policy and compliance we have already covered these options. Now there is a fourth option called as regulatory compliance. See, in the Azure Security Center, if you click on the regulatory compliance, basically it gives you a kind of a dashboard which provides insights into your compliance posture based on the assessments like Azure CIS, PCI DSS, and based on the assessment of your environment which is there onto the Azure cloud. See, these assessments which we are talking about are mapped to certain compliance standards like PCI DSS, ISO 27001, SOC, Trusted Service Principles, right? So you can see basically the status like of your compliance standards, like it is saying that okay, for Azure CIS, out of 18, 14 controls are passed. In case of ISO, 5 out of 18 are passed, 30 of 40 are passed. So similarly, it gives for the SOC. So basically, it does the assessment within your environment in the context of a particular standard, like PCI DSS or ISO. Now, the beauty is, as you act on the recommendation, it will basically reduce the risk factor in your environment, and basically your compliance system will improve. So that is how it helps the various organizations. So now we'll see what all options we get to secure our environment and scan, or you can say assess our environment on the basis of various standards. So by default, Azure Security Center, you can say, provides the or scans your environment on the basis of four standards like Azure CIS benchmarking, and it's based on the standard 1.1.0 as when I'm recording this video, and then PCI DSS 3.2.1, ISO 27001, and SOC Trusted Service Principles. So on the basis of these four uh, standards, you'll get a detailed report. ISO 27001 will get much more information over there. If we click on asset management, and we'll uh, expand this control A8.2, and 8.21 talks about the classification information. And if we'll open this, it says that vulnerabilities on your SQL databases should be remediated. Similarly, let's move on to the operation security, and it is giving a red mark in logging and monitoring. So let's say if I'll click on event logging, so it says that auditing on your SQL server should be enabled. Diagnostic logs in the key vault should be enabled. See, on the basis of these particular controls, it scans your environment and it gives you the recommendation that okay, if you want to get compliant and if you want to be compliant with this particular control, or you want to see that okay, where you are lacking and where your infrastructure needs improvement as per the control, where the logging and monitoring is missing, there are the particular recommendations where you need to work on. Similarly, administrators and operator logs. So you get a detailed information about the different controls where Security Center provides you the recommendation so that you can improve your compliance posture. So that is the beauty of this. And apart from these four standards, there are other standards which you can add depending on if there is a requirement in your organization. Now let's say if there is a particular requirement, you can click on add more standards. You'll see you have the availability for NIST 853, Canada Federal, PBMM, Azure CIH, Swift CSP. So these are the different standards apart from those four standards which are available in the list. If there is a requirement in your organization, you need to check the compliance posture as per the standard, you can add that. Now let's say if I would like to add the CIS new version, CIS benchmarking. So in that case, once you click on that, then you need to check that, okay, to which subscription you want to apply. So herein I can make the changes that, okay, if I want to deny audit, so all those changes we have already discussed. And then basically if I want to apply, I can assign it to that, okay, to which subscription I want to apply. And I can mention the particular subscription, like I have free trial and to which resource group you would like to apply. And then similarly, like we discussed in the Azure policy that, okay, if you want to provide any kind of exclusion assignment name and all those information you will provide, and you can create that particular assignment and assign it to a particular, create that particular initiative and assign it to a particular subscription. So this way we have the number of options provided by the Azure Security Center, with the help of which we'll be able to improve the uh, compliance posture of our organization by using the recommendations based on different standards. So think of the purpose that, okay, the people till date were doing these, performing these checks manually, and then right now all these infrastructure which you are hosting in Azure, Azure Security Center is scanning the infrastructure and giving you the recommendation based on that, so that you can improve your compliance posture. And this is it, friends, in this lecture. I just would like to share one thing with you that, okay, if you'll see in most of the controls, Microsoft does give this particular, uh, note which you can take a note that, yeah. So it is saying that, okay, under each applicable compliance control is a set of assessments that are run by the security center that are associated with the control. If they are green, it means those assessments are currently passing. This does not ensure that, okay, you are fully compliant with that control. Furthermore, not all controls for a particular regulation are covered by the security assessment. Therefore, the reports which you are getting over here are only partial report, but again a lot of help, I would say. But if you want to be fully compliant, then you need to, check the overall compliance status, and you need to check that, okay, whether all this all controls are met or not. So in this way, you can use this particular regulatory compliance feature and get compliant. So this is it, friends, in this lecture. Thank you for watching this lecture. Meet you in the next lecture. Thank you.